So this is oua incondeiate, which is painted eggs, but really it's more like writing or drawing with wax on eggs, melted beeswax. And to do that, you heat up the kiska or the stylus. The Romanian word for which I don't actually know, I just know the Ukrainian word. And it's basically a copper funnel in a piece of wood. And we used to use chicken bones like thousands of years ago, or some kind of bone to make this, and now we use wood. And you heat it up, and it makes it really easy to scoop the beeswax. And for a couple minutes, it stays warm enough to continue drawing on the egg with wax. And you go colors lightest to darkest. And anything you want to stay a certain color, you have to cover with wax. So right now, everything I want to stay yellow, I'm covering with the wax. And then after I dye it red, I'll repeat the process, but with everything I want to stay red. And then the last color is usually black. And by then the egg is almost fully covered with wax. And then you melt it off and it reveals the design. Usually it only takes about an hour to do a chicken egg, sometimes even a half hour if you're fast. But a goose egg will take 3 to 6 hours. And then an ostrich egg, after sanding it down, would take you 50 to 100 hours. Right now I'm just using the traditional Romanian colors, which are yellow, red, and black. But a lot of people today, especially in the Ukrainian style, they use a bit of green or blue or sometimes purple or pink now. They have all these different colors. So I actually learned this. I'm Romanian, but I learned it from a teacher at my high school who's Ukrainian. Because even though in Dallas, where I'm from, there are some Romanians, I didn't know any of them who did this. But there was this teacher I knew who was from Lviv in northwestern Ukraine, I think. And she comes from the region where this is really popular and a common tradition, and she knew how to do it. So I would go to her house on Saturday mornings with other kids who were Eastern European, mostly like Ukrainian and Russian. And we would all sit around our kitchen table and learn how to do this on Saturday mornings. Okay, so now I'm gonna put it in the red. Okay. So everything I wanted to stay yellow, I covered with beeswax, which hardens and cools like almost right after you put it on the egg. So all the yellow will be protected, which right now is covered in like what looks like black lines. And now it's going in red. And so I have to just let it sit for a minute. And red is probably for us the most significant color because it's, ever since the Christianization of Romania, now we associate it obviously with the blood of Christ and with Mary's tears, and there are all those stories. You have to be really careful actually, because if the egg gets too hot, it'll crack. It's all about balance and practice.